Hi, my name is Renia, and I recently did some research on the top laptop brands on the market. According to Pew Research Center, 78% of adults under the age of 30 all have laptops or a desktop computer. Laptops are not only used as a form of communication, but also as a learning device and or even a extra income or even a way to earn extra income from home. Bloggers, writers, and students each pretty much have a laptop attached to their hip at all times. There are a variety of laptop brands and models on the market today that fit the majority of consumer needs. In order to limit the choices, this comparison is limited to three laptop brands. According to a website called Laptop Mag, the top three of these brands are the Apple, Dell, and Asus. This website goes on to say how the number one brand is the Apple, and they have been the number one brand for 7 years in a row. They also listed Dell as number two, and in third place they put Asus for their attractive qualities and their well-built products. A recent interview with Patricia, who is a part of the Best Buy sales team, gave a little insight on the three brands. When asking her what her personal preference was of the three, she responded with that Asus looks to be the better buy, but of the three, if you're going off of just the reviews, the Apple products, the Apple brand has the best reviews, and they have the most reviews and satisfaction. Since Asus is technically the better buy, I asked her what qualities stand out to her above the others. And she said that the storage, memory, and the speed of the Asus is unbelievable. She said that she personally owns a MacBook, and she's always owned Apple products just because they're so reliable. She never ventured out to any other brands just because the Apple worked so well for her. The Apple products worked so well for her. The Asus ZenBook, she said that they get good reviews just as much as the Apple products, just as much as the Apple brand, but they don't have as many views as a whole as Apple. Most consumers tend to gravitate to Apple products just because they are so compatible with the rest of the products that they own, like an iPhone or an iPad. And you can't necessarily get that with any other brand of a computer. So now that we have a bit of an insight on our top three brands, which are the Apple, Dell, and the Asus, I'm going to go into a little bit of in-depth and detail with each computer, with each brand. So first up we have Apple. The Apple MacBook Air 11-inch retails for $899. It is the most expensive of the three computers. The operating system is the Mac OS Sierra. It has 128 gigabytes of storage, of flash storage. It has a dual-core i5 processor, 4 gigabytes of memory. The battery life is it lasts up to 9 hours, so that's pretty standard on battery life. It weighs 2.38 pounds, so it is the most lightweight of the three. It has Intel HD graphics, a 720p FaceTime HD camera, and it has a backlit keyboard. It also has built-in apps just like your iPhone, your iPad, and it has a 90-day free telephone support, which the other two do not have, and it has a 1-year warranty. And if you look back at this picture, you can see just the dimensions of the laptop. That's not the actual size, but you get the picture. So next up we have Dell. The Dell XPS 13 is the least expensive of the three. It retails for $799. It has Infinity Edge display, so if you look here at the top picture, the screen goes all the way to the edge, which the other two computers do not have. It has 6th generation Intel Core i3 processor, so out of the three computers, the processor on the Dell ranks the lowest, ranks third. The operating system is Windows 10 Home. It has a 4 gigabyte memory and a 128 gigabyte hard drive, so that's the same as our MacBook Apple product. It has Intel HD graphics, a 4-cell battery, which lasts up to 18 hours, so that's twice as much as our MacBook. It also has a 1-year warranty, just like our MacBook. It weighs 2.7 pounds. Now, one of the best qualities that I think between the Infinity Edge is the Ultra Sharp QHD resolution. And if you look in this bottom picture, you can tell the difference that makes. Here you have your full HD resolution, which is pretty much the standard for most laptops. And then you have the Ultra QHD resolution. And you can see how much more crisp and sharp that makes your image look. Now we have our Asus, which is our last brand to compare. The Asus ZenBook is 13.3 inches, so it's a little bit bigger than our others. It retails for $819, so it falls in the middle price-wise. It has the same operating system as our Dell laptop. It has the Windows 10. The processor is the same as our MacBook. It's the Intel Core i5. So the processor on the MacBook and the Asus is the better of the three laptops. It has 8 gigabytes of memory, which is double the memory of our other two. And it has flash storage, just like the MacBook. And out of the three laptops, it is the only one that is touchscreen, which is pretty awesome. It has graphic Intel HD. And it has a 3-cell battery, so that lasts you up to about 8 hours. So out of the three, it has the lowest battery life, or the shortest battery life. It has a backlit keyboard, just like our Apple. And out of three, it is the heaviest. It's a bit heavier than the other two, but that's not that big of a deciding factor to knock that off of to bump it down to last place, really. And just like our other laptops, it has a 1-year warranty. And if you look at this slide here, I put together a chart comparing the three laptops, and I selected the most important criteria, or the criteria that stands out the most to consumers. And that is our price, the weight, warranty, operating system, memory, the processor, and any extra detail that I thought would add into the deciding factor. So price-wise, the Apple and the Asus are a little bit more expensive than the Dell. They all fall within the $100 range of each other. Between the three, the deciding factor that I believe sets the Apple and the Asus apart from the Dell is just the memory alone and the processor. I mean, I know the Dell and the Apple have the same amount of memory, but if you look at the processor on the Asus and the Apple rises above the Dell. So that definitely puts Apple and Asus top two in my book. If I were to pick one brand out of these three, I would go with the Asus. So although it's a bit heavier than your other two brands, it does have double the memory than the other two, and it has a better processor than the Dell. And the fact that it has more memory and is cheaper than the MacBook is really what made this number one. It also has the backlit keyboard, and the fact that it's touchscreen is another deciding factor. So for a purchase as important as a laptop, you want to feel secure in knowing that you get the best product for your need. You can rest assured to know that Asus will not disappoint.